This is one word, two syllables. Ridiculous, right?
What up, everybody? Welcome to After Dark. It's been a long time since we've done a show. A lot has not happened, honestly. We're on break, but it's just going to be a nice little kickback with the closest of the homies, the Unfiltered family. I see Q, Nubian in the comments. What's happening? Hopefully, some more people will chime in, and we'll get this thing cracking. KB. Touchdowns and tangents. All we see is the ceiling fan looking like the sun. And Agnes. Rich. What's happening? No volume. Go ahead and unmute yourself there, tough guy. It'll be all right.
Yeah, live and direct from Salinas. What's happening?
Woo. Salinas.
Man.
It's cold than a motherfucker.
Rich.
What's happening?
You were not lying about Fresno, bro. I was in Oakland for 2 days and took a 9.5-hour bus ride back. We literally hit Merced. We hit everything. We hit like 15 shops. And we got to Fresno, and I saw the most racist, foul stuff written on the bathroom wall. And I was like, let me get out of this musty-ass city. The whole downtown Fresno smells musty.
The Dust Bowl isn't even musty. It's just dust.
It smells like a stripper's armpit after a long weekend.
What's happening, Cool Kev? What's up, Q? What's up, Nubian? How y'all doing?
The all-encompassing wit. Now, we had Jones for a minute, but he's at a cookout right now.
Man, tell Jones to stop putting glizzies in his pocket and come get on live.
That's crazy.
Like you gotta like eat. If you gonna eat like you gonna eat a lot of glizzies at like or whatever. Like, bro, he gotta eat 2, stop, and then come talk to somebody, and then he can go back to eating whatever he eats. Bro. This is like Kobayashi, the Joey Chestnut thing. He had to pull out of that, so that's not happening. Like we can cool out on eating contest right now. Unless he's meeting with like, I don't know, Kamala. And I'm gonna just shut up.
Did you see that?
All of it.
You do the electric fly with the rocker. The motherfucker doing the boogaloo with the racker ribs in his back pocket hanging out. But only on the left side.
Hey, Nubian is a bully. I just want that confirmed. Nubian is a bully.
Yes, boy, I tell you, she got it out for you.
That dry meat thing was like years ago.
Well, you know, I showed that
I was given bad barbecue by black people that I put faith in and I didn't know. They let me down. I'm the victim here. I'm a survivor. Being fed dry meat that could kill a fucking whale.
Hey, did y'all just get that text message?
Cool, Kev. I should be allowed to shake that. I'm shaking off Olympic jokes. Like I should be allowed to shake that dry ass meat.
Hey, just like this. That's not spilling shit.
I went back to vacation in Mexico.
Hey,
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Phil Robinson is a horrible person.
I am.
If
Instigator
you
of the
didn't
year.
know that Phil Robinson was a horrible person, you've not been paying attention.
Oh man, I just saw that text.
I'm a horrible
Whew.
person because I did what you told me to do. You see how I can't win.
I
I
mean,
did
I said it out loud, but like
exactly what
you
you
pulled
what
a
you
Drew
said.
McIntyre.
Tell him
Okay,
to
Jake Fatu. Thank you, Jacob Fatu. Jumping off the top rope. Hey,
You good,
sidebar
baby?
though, seeing Paul Heyman like
Want me to
take
hold
that
it?
bump was like you gotta respect that. Because you know he got paid extra to take that bump. Jones told me where to go after the restaurant was closed, everybody. This has been firmly established. He told me to go to a place that was already closed after he had already left, I think.
Hey, hey,
Reporting
stop touching
live
my.
from the kitchen.
Kiss my ass.
Wasn't the Cleo?
You old dirty Sanchez smelling motherfucker.
That's nasty.
What's what's up, you motherfuckers? I know you guys been waiting to see my black ass pop up.
Jones really smelled
Wi-Fi
like deep
glitch
fried
free.
corn rinds.
Jones found 5G, man, at the cookout.
Shit.
See, I just want to say I got Jones here. Bullying does work.
You
Hey,
said
Like
what?
when Nubian does it. Nubian's like
hey,
ruining my life.
Jones had the plate in one hand and Cavassier in the other, doing the
peasants.
full electric slide, didn't drop one drip.
Hey,
He
look, look.
got an electric blanket on. We just can't see it.
Hey, look, Jones was on the grill like a daggone unk.
That man put a
Not
cube
you.
of ice.
Were you drinking the
There
beer?
I go.
Had a blunt in
Did
the
you have
mouth
it?
and was flipping the
Oh,
burgers.
this man.
Knew he
Hey
had
man, I
sauce.
hope you weren't putting Old
You
Bay on
feeling
all
too
the
good
burger
over there.
patties.
This nigga said put some Old Bay on it.
I hope you weren't putting Old Bay on.
Nah,
Robinson said, "You know what? I'm feeling like a Don
Old
tonight."
Old Bay on wings, it's on point. Old Bay on some
Drugs are
burgers
flat
and shit.
because out here in Cali, people would put Old Bay on anything. They treat that shit like Frank's Red Hot. It's really sad.
So okay, I put it like this. So if you live in like that greater Baltimore area, them niggas they live and die by the Old Bay, bro. They
Okay,
even they even put it in their beer. I swear to God.
I heard about that and it disgusts the fuck out of me.
Man, what the fuck?
I can't root for niggas to have success who do that
They like shit you not. They would put it in their beer.
with bacon.
Yeah, they put it in the beer.
I've
Then
seen
they'll
that.
Now I ain't gonna lie. If you get Maryland crab soup, Old Bay in it, it's gonna hit, bro.
Yeah, nah, that's more reasonable.
This man is drinking a dirty Sprite. That is criminal activity.
Yeah, man drinking a Baja
What did you
Blast.
brine the fish with?
I think this like the Sprite that Jamarcus had earlier.
Oh shit! That's the Sprite that punk ass barbecue restaurant
That
should have
is
gave
right.
me. Had they gave me a 6-pack of Sprite, I would have just said fuck it and went to sleep. They gave me a 6-pack of Coke. I said okay.
Them
So they
niggas was
said,
trying to give
"Yeah,
you
fuck my
diabetes.
kidneys." They probably
Damn
did.
right.
I can probably trace my diabetes back to Mobile, Alabama. I hate that whole fucking state.
Hey, bro, them niggas said, fuck your kidneys.
These niggas said you could go to Waffle House at 10 o'clock at night in the pouring down rain in the deep south, where if you go missing, niggas not gonna find you.
They said, nigga, you gonna end up dying one way or another.
He's not gonna
I
come
would.
looking for you. Fuck man, find you.
They said, what nigga we looking for?
Hey yo, I'm assuming y'all saw. I'm not gonna say the person's name, but I'm gonna tell you the initial and the school in relation. So the initials of the person are CF.
What up?
What up?
Yeah, what up?
Jones.
CF.
CF. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh fuck.
And the University of Houston. Now that's all I'm gonna say. I know exactly what I'm talking about, and that story is fucking wild. We just not talking about it.
Oh, how she got tossed and turned.
What did I just say?
Hey, this after dark, bro. We can say what the fuck we want.
Okay, cool. So I wasn't the only person. So can I say the name?
Yeah, say that bitch's name.
Am I in agreement? Are we in agreement?
That bitch sucked dick. She was sucking dick at the Senior Bowl.
She was sucking dick for an umbrella. That's crazy. Nah, but for real, that whole Chrissy Ford story.
She was sucking dick for $25 an hour.
I'm trying to figure out like why is it that more fucking details keep coming up about that draft house? And
I
what
don't
she
know. They're
did,
talking about a draft house and
like it's kind of
Bruh.
disturbing because she's the one who like gave up the details on Twitter, and I was like, you mentioned a former player, nobody knows that nigga's name. I know the whole
okay.
roster practically. I was like, so are you filing charges or are you just accusing a player on the team of rape?
You call your
She
bitch
flat out
on
accused that dude. That shit took a wild turn.
Yes, he did. Didn't he? Yes, he did.
I mean, shit. What you, bruh? The fuckery that went on there. I mean, what you expect us to say, bruh?
Like, I'm not surprised, but like,
It's like a surprise, but not surprise. Because even go back to the player. No, not the player. Go back to
her
the
old
fucking
tweets when she came back from that Twitter, she was like gone off social media, and then she came back. I'm like, why are you giving details to a crime like a year later? Why don't you say what happened? And she's been like slow rolling this out for like 2 years.
And well, bro, the shit happened in fucking Mobile too. So the statutory that limit ended, bro. If I'm right,
I'm trying to figure out what she's trying to get out of it, bro. Because
bro,
like she still talks about it, but it's like, okay, if this nigga's a rapist, get him out the paint, bro. Like, I don't know. That's where that line where, like, you know, like Rachel Nichols, she unfollowed LeBron.
No, that wasn't like Rich. It wasn't like Rachel Nichols, bro.
No, it's not. But I'm saying like these journalists get real close to these athletes, and then they do some, and then some shit happens, and that line is blurred. And it's like, well, if you blurred the line, now we don't know what's professional and what's not and what's personal.
Bam. Rachel Nichols, I'm gonna just say it off the get go. She knew what the fuck she was doing. If you see her man, that nigga played out his shit, and she knew what she was trying to get into. Chrissy was trying to blow up on the spot. Do I agree with what happened to her? Absolutely not. That shit's terrible. It's sickening.
It was pretty fucked up details.
Then we also got to go back and remember the dude that we found. Remember the night remember the night that I went to the what's the fucking bar that's down there?
Peeps?
Yeah. Veeps? Remember the dude we found in the fucking back of
the booth? Yeah, that.
Yes, bro. Dude was fucking.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. I tried to get your ass to come out there that night.
So you
Yeah, we
see why I didn't
found
go
dude.
outside? You see why I didn't go outside?
Bruh, long story. Okay, long story short, there was a reporter that was at Veeps. He got shit faced with a couple of folks. I'm not for sure who it exactly was, but I say about 2 or 3 hours later, they found this man with his pants off in the back of the booth
Wow.
and his ass is up in the air, fam.
Thank you.
Somebody said, I like you and I want you.
And it was the freeway.
Oh,
Hey, Sabrina said hello, everybody. She said hello, Robinson.
Hello, Sabrina. Hello.
Jones said hello.
Cabin.
Good evening.
everybody's talking good about the airport. Oh, cool. Yeah. So yeah, some kid was like,
Yeah.
Okay,
I
this
didn't know all this shit
seafood
was
pasta
going on.
salad hit, bro.
Y'all gonna put a picture up of whoever.
The booty warrior.
Oh, no, bro. What happened to that dude that night, bro? I ain't putting that dude's face up there. That was the first time I really witnessed a grown man crying after being violated. I could never do that to that dude.
Oh, it was like that. My bad. And I thought it was
Damn.
just some
It was
consensual
so.
shit that he got
Hold on. Let
fucked
me
up
tell
with.
you something. It was so bad that Albert Beer
Mhm.
from NFL Network and them, bro, they had to make sure this man got to a different hotel, bro.
Wow.
Like he woke up like he didn't know where the fuck he was, bro. He said the last thing I remember was at 7 o'clock. My guy, it's now 2:30 in the morning.
Well, what do you think's gonna happen in fucking Alabama late at night, bro?
Nah, bro, this shit was not so. Yo, I was talking to the female bartender. She said this the first time they ever heard of some wild out of pocket shit like this.
I'm sure it's not. They just lied, bro.
No. In that part of Mobile, now if you went down to Montgomery or Birmingham, you know, we
Oh yeah,
understand.
because they just had Birmingham cats over there talking about you got a pretty mouth.
Oh, you said Tuscaloosa, but Mobile, you're not gonna have that problem. Now you want that cold on, bro. It get all steamy and funky up there.
Yeah, I just stay here in California.
Yes.
I'll just stay here in California, dog. I'm cool. So, question. Now that we got all our OTAs done, we got everything else done. Mandatory mini cap starts mandatory training cap starts in what next month, right? About this time, right?
Yeah, there's no such thing as mandatory training camp. Simply training camp.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm over here in
Shit.
Ink at the Bay. It's a big old tattoo convention and stuff. So it's cool. It's nice, fun. People are really nice over here, friendly.
That's good. Hand me the Henny.
But that's the $1,000,000 question: is where is
No, the
Tony at?
Henny right there. The Henny of death, the one that made that big, large ass shot drink of. I just need you passing that bottle of Sprite right there.
Because the tickets are different sizes.
I know I'm gonna feel this shit.
When they made them, they always shortchange you. So I count them
We out
out.
here drinking that Henny.
And then it's like 50. Yeah, you know, 100. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
count like 10, and I'll put a 10 on it. And then
Right? Cool, Kev?
Okay. Look at that
Awesome.
darkness.
Man,
Look at that
What
dark
is that?
soul.
that shit
What
ain't
is
that
that?
motor oil, man.
Hey, fool, is
Look
that
at
a
that
sippy
dark
cup?
Henny oil.
Bro, is that a sippy cup? Jones, why you drinking out of a sippy cup, bro? That little baby shot. You gonna put some in there, bro?
Nigga, I drank part of this.
Okay, I
Nigga, this
hope
is hold
so.
up, bro. This is one. Motherfucker, this is cup 2.
Okay.
People can come in.
Motherfucker, this is cup 3.
What you pour? You pour
Fuck
a
you
new cup
mean? Don't you
per
disrespect me like that, motherfucker?
shot?
Shit.
That's pretty wasteful. So you just stacking cups?
Look what I did to this shit, bro. Shit gone.
Bro, that's the first though. What you talking about? He's gonna break out the fifth.
That shit about gone.
You got a little yeah.
Hey, bro.
I need glasses. Yeah. A lot of these kids thought I was a little kid like that. A lot of these kids thought I was a little kid like that. Really?
Anybody heard from Kate yet?
He said he was coming a couple minutes ago. We'll see if that actually happens.
Nah,
Right.
just hit it straight, Kev.
Look at who it was. 30 days up, Mr. Fresh at home.
I know.
What up?
I told her.
How y'all doing? How the world treating y'all, man?
Great.
World has been getting
Can't
Yo,
complain.
that's still a pasta on point. Yes. That shit hit the spot.
It's a Filipino thing.
What's the good news, man?
And all of a
What's the
sudden,
good news?
Booger sugar's the good news.
and then when you
Y'all coming to training camp?
like you just, and if you don't take care of your
Costa Mesa is supposed to be closed to the public, right?
No.
It should be open to the public this year, I thought.
It's open to the public. That's what it advertises. Open to the public. First come, first serve.
Really?
So
Yeah.
they're gonna be
You
doing
can't
9
buy
a.m.
tickets.
practices. You gotta get there. You need to be at the front gate by 8 o'clock.
You need to be there by 6 if you want to get in.
I don't wear makeup.
That too.
If you want to get in, you need to be there by 6.
Really?
Yeah. And be prepared to walk. Because they ain't letting you park in the parking lot. You got to walk.
Oh wow.
But I may just pull up on the Harley, so they'll let bikes park, but they not letting cars park. Huh?
If you pull it off right, bro. Just say that I'm the water boy.
Hey, I'm just saying.
They gonna say, God damn, I'm water boy, old as shit.
Feeling the blessings upon blessings these days. What a wonderful world it is when you're not on YouTube.
Yeah.
What a wonderful world it is when you're not on YouTube.
Shit.
The hatred is so not there. The hate is so not there when you're not on YouTube, bro. No
Damn.
hate.
Said,
This nigga hit his whole goddamn head against the pipe. I might have, but this thing I'm drinking has never come. You gonna feel that shit. It's bringing. You good?
Goddamn,
Who?
that cold out there?
This nigga over here and hit his head against the damn pole.
cellular issues.
No more drinking for you. No more drinking for you.
Okay, now that we've wait, you ever gonna unmute yourself? Guess not.
Hey,
Uh, how
um, he freeze?
What happened?
I said, how's the house?
Well, just got the keys to the new house. New house is nice. New house is nice. It's really nice. It's unbelievably nice.
Yeah, I see your post. I see your post on IG.
Yeah,
Dirty.
yeah.
Congratulations,
I moved
man.
to River. Hey, I used to be in Compton. Now I moved to Riverside.
Shit. Did you
I'm
actually
taking, I'm
move to
taking that real.
Riverside?
I'm taking that real NWA route. You had to move to Riverside.
There you go.
Okay, shit. You in Riverside?
Yeah, I'm in a nice part of Riverside though. You know what I mean? I'm still bougie. Don't get it
Okay.
twisted. And it's still bougie.
Okay, cool. I'll hit you up one of these days. You can roll through the pad. Come
Where you
drink
at?
some beer and eat some barbecue. Riverside.
In the
What part?
hood though.
I'm on the borderline of the nice part and the not nice part.
I'm in Lake Hills.
Okay, yeah. So that's what up La Sierra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not even 10 minutes from there.
Okay.
Uh,
For sure.
yeah, I'm in between Van Buren and La Sierra.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm in
You're gonna have to
Tyler.
slide by the pad and watch some games. Then you got to slide by the pad and watch some games.
That's right. Shit. But yeah, man, that's cool, man. Fucking, yeah, right now I'm over here in fucking Salinas freezing my ass off.
Hey, you should have known you was going down by the water. You
Bro, it is cold, bro.
should have known. Don't nobody go down by the water after 6 o'clock.
Bro,
You begging for it.
in Newport, it ain't even this cold, bro.
I'm just saying,
Newport,
bro.
Dana Point, it
Don't
ain't all this cold.
don't nobody go to the water or the desert after 6 p.m. when it's fucking chilly.
Motherfucker, it's June.
I don't give a shit,
It's June,
bro.
bro.
The other day it was 110 degrees everywhere at the fucking beach.
Bro,
Beach was a nice 73. It was a cool 73 at the beach. Like, nigga, are you fucking serious? Should have went to the fucking beach.
shit.
Uh, man, how was South Carolina?
South Carolina was nice. You know, it was nice. It's not Cali, but it was nice. It rained a little bit. You know, it was hot. It rained and it was hot. Myrtle Beach is off the chain though. You know what I mean? Myrtle Beach is real nice. But for the most part, I enjoyed myself. I hung out with my kids. I don't get to see them too often. I get to see them once a year for like 2 weeks. So that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I took the 2-year-old. So yeah. Yeah, he
I
won't
bet
get on another plane till he's 5. He won't get on another plane till he's 5. Oh, till he know how to sit down. That boy will not get on another plane till he know how to sit down.
no, that's right.
When he learn to operate that iPad and his headphones, and he can just pay attention to the screen, that's when he'll get back on the plane.
Yeah, we took we took Hawaii when he was 9 months, and we caught him on the red while he was white. But as soon as we got to all over him,
You keep getting overtaken. Your sound keep getting overtaken by the
Rick,
background of someone else.
Rick,
Oh, that's me. I'm over here at the Unphiltered Bay tattoo convention. My bad.
well, we're gonna have to put you on sound timeout and you speak when spoken to.
But I ain't the one with the necklace though.
And suddenly there wasn't one. Now I wonder what type of debauchery Jones has gotten into because I've seen his red pillow cut for the last 5 minutes.
don't sleep.
Somebody came by to do something strange for a little piece of change, huh?
Hey, he
Hey,
left his
look
shit on a
at
10-11 over there looking with that old fucking shit eating smile over there.
and it's whooping his ass.
Shut that bullshit up, boy.
Yeah, no
Let's
problem
go.
with that smile.
Let's see what you about to play. You heard me, girl. Where's your cup?
Hey, fellas, I'm gonna hit y'all when I get back to the room
All right.
because we about to pack up and head back to the hotel. I'll hit y'all in a minute.
All
For
right,
sure.
now.
Q, what's happening? Get yourself there, big time.
Nubian, you can, what's good?
You about a day left, $1 short, buddy. I've been here for the last half hour.
I know they been here. I'm just saying it again, damn it. Shit. I'm sorry. I just been drinking non-stop.
You said talk right there.
Just popped in. He's
I
back.
was just putting out that way until we started.
Man, I forgot how stressful moving can be.
It sucks.
It sucks, bro.
I hate moving. Moving sucks.
Bro, who you telling, bro? I just sold one house, so I had to move everything out of that, and then I just bought another one, so now I gotta move everything out of my other house into the new house, bro. I'm tired, bro.
And
Tired of
you
moving.
too doing that shit the old fashioned way. You can't be hitting up the uncles like that no more.
My motorcycle club, they're gonna come help me move the bulk of stuff right now. I'm just like taking little stuff out the house, you know what I mean, and being in my garage, just taking that little stuff. But they're gonna come help me with like all the heavy furniture, the couches and refrigerators and
You got a juice
TVs and shit.
What up, Ray? Hey, Queen, get your man's. He been sitting in backstage not saying nothing for a while now.
I've been saying something. I think it's tripping.
Damn, what happened?
God damn, who are they?
My man is over here crinkling up a bit of shit. Oh, said it's all tell you.
Y'all,
Hey, yo,
y'all hear me?
what the fuck you unraveling over there, man?
That's what I'm saying. Who popping pot rock?
Out the way.
He sound like he calling in from a police radio.
Part 22, over.
Q81, Portuguese Negro camera, acting a fool with his cars, drinking and shit, carrying on like typical Raider fans.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
You got 6 guys on the live, 2 of them you can see on camera. Phil got the feeling good. Look at him. Phil is over here out to lunch on a good one.
man, goddamn. Can't stop
I
crying.
see the light. I see the light.
Yeah. Hey, you want to make another drink, man? Shit.
It's 1 o'clock somewhere. God damn it, it's a Saturday night.
I'll come right here. Yeah.
Yeah, probably me. I'm in the car.
And then Cade is over here talking about he can't show up because he's too busy watching fights.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
You know, K laying in the bed with Justin Gaethje.
Man, go ahead.
Who in the bed with Kevin Gates? What?
I said that motherfucker Cade in the bed with Justin Gaethje.
Thought you said somebody who laid in the bed with Kevin Gates. I was like, whoa.
And yeah, I don't know about that one, bro.
Don't
Whoa.
put
All right.
smear on somebody's name. Buffer is trying his best to look like Craig Saber with the craziest suits he can find.
Okay, throw in the microwave.
You're gonna have to get Wi-Fi or something before you come back because that shit is fucking us up.
He said the microphone does not go in the microwave.
Right?
They are 2 different things.
Hey, bro. This nigga high end drunk right now.
Who?
This nigga over
What
here.
up? You hear
Hey,
me?
nigga, make me a new drink, motherfucker.
Whoa! Somebody fell on the floor?
Oh, shit, I do. Fuck off.
Oh shit! That was his face.
I'm trying to pull this shit. I can't stand this nigga Robinson. Hey, ready?
Not the Diddy party.
That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Wait for
That's
somebody to
fucking
see that
crazy.
shit. That shit I just moved.
That's fucking crazy.
You doing it, Daddy?
Get your ass over here.
Oh man. There's sometimes when you just shouldn't turn the camera around. That was one of them.
You off that tootsie? Off that tootsie. Got that Matt Crosby cigar.
With all that zapping, looked like somebody out there slinging one of them electric fly swatters.
Somebody get somebody trying to kill them damn mosquitoes.
On gnats and shit.
You hear that shit just zapping. Zip, zip, zip.
It's all Bring your ass up. All right, motherfucker. Call it a comeback. What's this?
It's my fucking song.
You ain't even drink your last cup because you lost. That's why they was drunk.
I lost.
But this is why there was some in the last one from the last
Oh,
time.
yeah, no, that's. Here we go. Here we go.
Bro, what is you doing over there, my boy? Why you look like you sitting on the toilet rocking the shit out?
You said what?
Oh, that's bad. That's all bad.
You gotta pay that doo-doo.
And then said you over there looking constipated if you rock back and forth. You look constipated.
This is like a bathroom to you, motherfucker. Fuck off, Robinson.
Either you going in the that stupid state.
They talk sexy in the 90s, yo. Look at these motherfuckers, yo. Kenny is big head. Got hair on a bottle head. I got a bottle head. Ah, shit. Look.
It's sad.
Not the answer. This nigga Robinson. Yeah. Look at this man coming out of the shadow like he think he Batman and shit. Because the dance is in unison. This is choreographed. Look at this shit, bro. With the sweat in the shoulders. Oh, turn to the left. Turn to the left. Hair out. Let yourself.
I'm trying to let you slide. You look like if you over there looking like a damn shit.
With the mic on.
And everything. I can't make this shit up. And then you muted yourself. That was incredible.
Kiss my ass, Robinson.
You muted yourself. How do you do it?
Maybe she'll take me back.
That fucking echo is crazy.
Unfiltered After Dark, brought to you by Coheed. They put in this shit has been going crazy since I lit it up. Yo!
Hey, I can't breathe. I'm watching these niggas dance, dance,
Got the people in with no pitch.
It's this one for me. It's this one. It's the hand out to the side like this. Tell me what it is.
On here. Chat Sound is up in here. I know we got Cool Kev, Nubian.
Oh, God.
In here.
Hit the dance, like. Fuck it up, like. That's the flex thing. Got a girl, go back. Sweating the ass curl right there, nigga. I know they sweating with the fucking niggas doing all this shit, bro. He's sweating that ass curl right there. They all slowly start getting glossy as the video goes on. The sweater coming off because it's hot. My nigga in the tank top, sweating like shit. Got the sweat stains, switched to the suit. Oh my God, look at me. Oh, shit.
Wow, somebody just got knocked out with the bell.
Shoulders. I ain't Michael Jackson. Shoulders. That is
Are you rapping?
Hold on. Let me get this man a beat. I mean, that's what we're doing.
Hey, no, please. Hey, sometimes you don't have to pop out and show niggas, all right? Sometimes you don't have to pop out and show niggas.
Hey, listen, they're not on the West Coast. They're not like us.
That was a lot.
Hey, look.
Hey, Robinson, don't you do that shit.
You are no friend of kin, so stop it, nigga. You are no friend of kin, man. Stop it.
Hey, just let it go. I got a beat.
Roxanne, you don't have to go to red light.
Oh, God, man.
Oh, shit!
What the hell are we listening to? It sounds like the intro to
I didn't know J-Ho was in this shit.
Intro.
That badass fucking ass, man. Nah, that way fucked up.
I remember when it was just, hey ho, hey ho.
Oh, there you go. That's the way that goes.
My bad. After I know it was up on Sunday. Get it so long. Go ahead and play it one time. There we go. Now it's an after dark party.
Oh.
With a kick to the face.
Hey, bro, grab me a bowl, bro.
Damn.
Grab me a bowl, nigga.
Leaning.
Oh, this motherfucker. I should have never gave you niggas ideas. That's what you know.
Hold on, I'm about to pull up to McDonald's. Hold on.
So you over here with no picture and no microphone. I mean, I don't even know why you came by. See everybody all good with their- Now, come on, we supposed to be all out here doing the damn thing. Having a party, y'all.
Damn crackling noise.
That's why we had you muted. Oh.
Hey, kiss my ass, bruh.
So, since I got you all here, we'll do a little Raider talk right here. They had the SAC Summit at UNLV today. Levi Edwards, friend of the program, was out there covering it, watching these guys get down. You see Max doing his thing. Then you saw Tyree. And I've heard that Tyree had put on some muscle and had some work in the weight room, but I hadn't really seen. When you just see him in a picture by himself, it's kind of hard to get a picture of what it is that he's actually done. But in this picture, we see him with Malcolm Coombs, David Agoha, Charles Snowden, Darius Robinson, Max Crosby, and John Jenkins, and he looks bigger than everyone there. Like that dude is yeah. Now the flip side to that is that I would say it looks like every single one of them dudes get leg day.
Hopefully he didn't sacrifice the movement.
Well, I believe that we're going to see a lot of Which does Tyree look like a locked character on NFL streets? Cool Kev, is Tyree's food ready for the season? Question. It's supposed to be yes. I'm not going to sit here and tell you 100% yes because I didn't evaluate it medically, but it's supposed to be 100% better. It was supposed to take about a year to get my ear and some change to fully heal, and it's been that. And he just looks. He looks huge. And I will say, in the little bit of video that we saw, he moves better to his left side. He needs to be situated on the right. But we'll see what it is that they end up doing. I've heard some things. We'll see ultimately what it ends up being.
Too many good D linemen is a good problem to have.
It's about damn time we started having them kind of problems too, instead of not having enough.
Yeah.
And really, I would have liked to have seen Adam Butler out there too. The whole defense out there. They didn't have nothing else to do.
Hey Robinson,
Yes, sir.
do you see us getting a corner before the training camp?
So before training camp, probably not. I firmly believe they're at an experimental stage. They spent the whole off season building camaraderie, building chemistry, and so forth to see what they have, and then assess the situation from there. They've got Ricky Manning Jr. can Ja'Cory Bennett a lot, and if Ja'Cory and Bennett can take a step forward with this improved defensive line, they actually probably don't need.
Okay.
What do you think, Dirty?
What happened? Corner? No.
Raiders adding corner
I'm
before
good.
the training camp.
I doubt it. Um, I think they're willing to run with what they have right now. See where they're at, and then honestly, I don't even think there's a corner out there that they even want. Now, there may be somebody that get released that they will take a whim on, but I don't think there's anybody that's not free right now that they actually want.
Well, there was, but it's great. We need at least two experienced quarterbacks to help have base on it. You drafted Bennett to be that guy. And the other guy.
Yeah, I like that boy from the Navy.
I can't hear you, baby.
He's
I like that boy from the Navy.
I like Trey Taylor as well.
Yeah, let him. Shit, if it ain't working out, bring him down.
Well, he figures to be a slaughter. I like his ball.
Who's that boy? Jacorian. Jacorian's got to step up. This is his time to shine. Like, you got to step up now. There is no later on after this year. It's now or never.
So here's where it gets interesting. So the last day of management is when they actually received the playbook. So short of that, they were more or less out there. And the offense had no confusion because they really didn't have much of a plan going out there. They were just executing some basic concepts. And yes, you would like to see some better. Fucking execution, but it's okay for them to not look so good in April, May, and early June. When they hit training camp towards the end of July and start the preseason in August, that's when we need to get to seeing that the offense is looking more crisp and much more polished. And the truth be told, it's going to be a run first. It's going to be a run first offense. A run first, run middle, run last. You might be looking at a lot of run pass. I'm just saying. What's up, Menace? Said, how do I feel about Josh Jacobs trolling the Raiders fans? Listen, you know how Raider fans are. They come at dudes' heads. They're on dudes' lines all the time. And whenever somebody pops back, people want to start crying and pointing the finger and crying foul. Josh Jacobs came. He gave us everything that he had during the time he was here. The situation around him wasn't what it needed to be in order for us to achieve enduring success and justify paying him the money that he wanted to be paid. So, I mean, can he troll Raider fans? Look, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. He's still got a Raider tattoo on him. And the Big G's not going to cover the shield up. Everybody else here but me? I'm out here talking to myself, looking for comments from people.
Nah, I'm in the drive-thru at McDonald's. Hold on.
C928, cash a card.
All right, Q, you fixed the crack. Nope. And then you do stuff.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay,
I'm gonna say that.
Also be that good at giving the offense more trouble. Yes, the defense is continuing to improve. They're still not hitting yet, and honestly, you can't have offensive cohesion until you start hitting, start moving the defense, and start running your actual offense.
The McDonald's machine they didn't want to take the phone, bro. They didn't want to take the phone.
Hold on, wow. Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna go back. Hold on, bro. Hold on. So he was strong, or he just more favorites. He's gonna say whatever he wants for OTA, not tell what the fuck going on. That's what it sounds like. I'm gonna be real here. You ain't gonna really know what's gonna go down until they put them pads on. That's just gonna be the fact. We can say the offense look like ass. We can say motherfucking turn water into wine and doing OTA, but it don't matter until it hits fucking training camp when they put them pads and shells on and they rock.
That's where it's gonna matter at.
That's going to be where it starts. It's not going to matter till September. They can look like absolute dog shit all the way through the preseason, but when week 1 comes and they come out hitting on all cylinders, none of this will matter. Q was fair.
Man, they tried to jip me on my fries, bro.
Now I'm gonna say this. This defense here, you got the same. Basically, you got the majority of the same staff there, but you got some additional upgrades to help in that secondary.
Thank you.
This defense should be in the top 10 no matter what.
They got a better stuff. They don't have they had from last year, and then they continue to improve on it and get even stronger.
I think this is a top 12 football team.
We'll see.
As constructed.
Some of they have to execute, and they got to get moved out of the quarterback position.
I can help you out next one. Thank you.
Yeah, they still have to produce. They still have to execute. But I think on paper, as constructed, I think this is a top 12 football team.
Yeah. As long as we're not playing the teams that we scrimmage against during the regular season, I mean, yeah, you got absolutely right. Nubian, fuck Wildfire Willie. Don't worry about that dusty piece of shit, Mo.
Cannot lose the first game of the year. Cannot lose the first game.
I think too.
Oh shit! It's Lady Sugarfoot. What's up, boy?
What up, Kay?
What up? Where's everybody else's face, bro? Y'all come on a live just to act like we on the phone or something?
They're not even doing that.
Goddamn right.
What's up?
I'm in McDonald's right now. You gotta wait.
Oh, what's up, bro?
What up, man?
Shit, just chilling, bro. Just chilling.
But yeah, kid, the scrimmages are usually the first indication to let you know what it is that you got. The Nubian, I did see a comment. I'm not give that individual any type of airtime on my program because, quite frankly, he doesn't deserve it. And yes, he should be. He should be for slander because he doesn't know what's going on. We just jump out there and we say shit. That's how we get views and we call ourselves a successful podcast these days.
Somebody say something?
Your boy, the slut boy for the Saints that moves along, that player follows.
It's not my boy. That's not my boy. That's not my boy.
Hey. I just find it amazing.
Hey, too much Henny tonight, Jones, or what?
Yeah, the Henny tonight.
pint, a little mini glass.
That nigga has the permanent Kool-Aid smile from all the drink he done had. That nigga got the permanent Kool-Aid smile.
They got the Stevie Wonder head movement.
Yeah, look at him.
That boy head loose. That boy head loose. No pause. No pause. That boy head loose.
Hey, I thought I came to talk Raiders football, but we now we in for some entertainment tonight.
Hey, you missed it earlier, bro. Somebody was on every time they talked. It sounded like the beginning of a Marvin Gaye record. Nigga, it sounded like I put a 45 on. This.
Yeah, that's yours. Yeah, that's mine.
Where's the cup at, Jones?
I see what the fuck he said.
They fucked around and took that shit from him. They fucking took his cup.
He been cut off.
He got cut off. They said that's enough, nigga.
Hey, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I done seen Jones drunk. He can't even stand up straight.
Oh, Stink Meter came in and took that nigga cup. Stink Meter came and took his cup.
Over here trying to take his next step.
What's good, nigga?
That's fucked up.
What's really good, huh?
Oh.
Where's Rich at tonight?
Man, he partying.
Yeah. Out there in
dancing on poles and shit. Gonna beating your head against a stone wall. That's what the white man wants you to do.
It makes me very uncomfortable here.
What makes you ashamed of being black?
We'll start with my gums.
He said, I hate the back of Forrest Whitaker neck.
Eat my gum.
I hate Wesley Snipes.
I hate Charlie Murphy and his brother Eddie. Brother Doc. Jones looks like 10th round after 20 Twinkies, or maybe when he was trying to hand food himself spaghetti, or maybe those were those candy ropes, one of the two. And we're back to staring at the corner or something.
There'll be no Jones standard here, sir.
None at all. It's all true. Oh,
What did
dude?
Yo,
Hey,
me and Ralph.
Hey, you never hit me for the 303 shit, bro.
Oh, hell nah.
Hey, you never hit me for the 303, bro.
Oh my God, I was watching because I was like stunning. Damn.
Yeah, that card honestly sucked. I ain't gonna lie.
I was stunning.
Yeah, that's ugly end of round one and round two for Yuri.
If it wasn't for Dan Ige, bro, that card would have been in some trouble.
They can't all be bangers.
They didn't refund anybody for the money they charged for the people that got tickets for Connor either. So everybody that bought VIP tickets were at that event for like $10,000. It's fucked up.
Nah, you gonna comp me some shit. I hate to see Conor McGregor. God damn it, you gonna show me something, nigga. You better turn on the motherfucking movie, nigga. We better watch some flash dancing, nigga. Something. Shit.
Damn.
You said free car wash, nigga. You need to give me like 15 of these, nigga.
Oh,
Oh my
Don't want no
god.
goddamn.
Well, if I need to be able to wash my car for the year,
He said, nigga, you're putting Windex on my rims? Yeah, that's what I do. You want me to look like a window to you, nigga?
So it's new with you, Rafa. I haven't seen you in a minute. You got the Black Sunday hat on, the green shirt. So you've been doing big things over there on your channel, I see.
Oh yes. Yes, I gotta tell you for this one. I mean, this season is gonna be this different right now. I know we got some great stars right now, but even the media is gonna hate us, but I guarantee do not fuck with the Raiders because we're coming in hot. I know you can call us like a laughing stock, but we are not going anywhere because we just got Antonio Pierce. If it's gonna be so loaded, it's gonna be no excuses at all, no gimmicks. Working hard and of course get it to the playoffs. I mean, we are ready for y'all.
Yeah, please.
Sit down there.
Give me some ranch as well.
Yes.
Ranch.
Yes, you would. You gotta tell
Thank you, my friend. Have a good one.
Like, you gonna look at that man, he can be there 2 in the morning, swearing but no, I absolutely believe that the defense is in much better shape. The defensive coaching staff is the best that I think I've ever seen on this team, and I'm very encouraged by that. I'm gonna wait to see what happens with the offense. I think that the plan that they come out with will dictate their success, but I see them running the football a lot, early, often.
Yeah, I guarantee. But between for the linebacker room, I mean, it's gonna be so realistic. I mean, the room is gonna be fully loaded. I gotta tell it for this one. I mean, between Robert Spillane, between Devon Diablo. I mean, they just wanted to look it up this one for because it's getting full already. Theoretically, because if they wanted to think it about will it be bad or will it be good, but it became like a very underrated. So it's gonna be like a taking for like the next step, and they become like a to solve out the fourth season right now. I mean, between Devon Diablo, Robert Spillane, Tommy Eichenberg, I mean, they became like more prominent. I mean, this is one to get an entry for their season. It's getting out of the prime. If they're gonna work every day, it's gonna be well into communicated. Any good defense that are two inside linebackers who really can well off each other. So this is like a time to really understand each other's skill sets, how to grow and learn together. Oh.
And coming
Yeah,
together.
I think my microphone is, I don't know.
No, it's definitely going to be that.
Okay.
Definitely going to be that, but they're not starting from scratch, so they will be ahead of the 8 ball. I'd like to see them continue to grow together and to continue to make some things happen. They had a good year last year. Hopefully, we can get a full 17 plus games out of both of them. I think that's where we kind of went, where we kind of got a little squirrely was when Diablo started getting hurt and missing a game here and there.
Yeah, you understand all about that. But I know that I have a short time, but thanks for having me on the show. I know that I had to figure it out so many things, but thanks for having me on the show. Salute to Phil Jones, Phil, and of course Kate. I just wanted to tell you salute to El Capitana Fucho. So much love and blessings, and Black Sunday all day, all night long. And we are the baddest motherfucker team on the planet, so you can understand it. Fuck the Chiefs, fuck the Broncos, fuck the Chargers. Let's fucking go. We are the baddest motherfucker team on the planet. Let's go.
Right on, right on. Well, thanks for stopping by, Rafa. Baddest fucking team on the planet. There you go. Straight from Captain Rafa.
Oh man, back at the house. I'm going here and feed the kids, man. If y'all back on, if you're still on in a few minutes, I'll pop back in from the studio.
So I've been on for an hour and 50 and can't keep the panel together.
15 minutes, nigga, that ain't shit. Hour 15, man, that ain't nothing, man. That ain't nothing.
It
Drop
wouldn't
in the jaw.
get.
Huh?
I showing up, leaving.
I hear that. I'm about to go eat me a Big Mac. No pickles. No pickles. Big Mac, no pickles.
Hey, what's good, man?
What up, Twan?
Hey, what's good with y'all, man?
Well, I don't know. I can't really. I prefer to look.
I'll be back in a minute.
Jones is over here sizzling himself.
Yeah, Jones was like he made a shadow cut.
So what's up? What's up, brother? How's the brown cat? The brown cracker?
Man, nothing much, man. Just got home. You know what I'm saying? I went to an early event, so just came back to the house. Got me a little something to eat, and I saw my brothers on live. So I was like, let me see what they talking about.
Yeah, you know, we just out here having a little bit of fun, bullshit a little bit. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's
going on with you, bro?
It's that downtime.
You gotta stop that shit. You do not know sign language.
Hey, when's the Hall of Fame game?
First week of August.
What's the first week of August? Preseason?
Hall of Fame game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man.
That's perfect.
Chicago versus Houston.
I think Houston might get that one.
You know, you should put some money on it, Juan.
Hey, even though even though it's preseason, you know what I'm saying, and we know that they may not chart out their starters or whatever, but just kind of thinking about like the depth of the roster. I think the Texans have been a sleeping team for a couple of years, you know what I'm saying, and I think with Stroud, it kind of put them in hyperdrive a little bit.
I actually think that Bears may win that because they're going to have to play Caleb longer than they would like to play than you would typically play a starting quarterback, because you got to get the rookie as much work as you can and get him used acclimated to the speed. It's one thing to go against their defense, which may or may not be good, and it'll be something completely different to get him some work up against Houston, who was a playoff team last year.
That's true. When you look at it in that standpoint, I see that.
I think Houston will be nasty this year.
He'll probably end up playing the majority of the time against the two, so he'll get some inflated numbers that'll have everybody thinking he's down basically USC all over again.
And you know what? I think that falls into their hand too. You know, the organization, because you want the draftee that you brought in, especially at quarterback, to look like he's going, shred the league. You know what I'm saying? And they'll have enough press and enough people to talk about it in that effort too. But yeah, I think with the Texans, I think they've been slowly drafting and building their roster. You know, I think it kind of even surprised them how quick. You know, not saying Stroud was a sleeper in regards to the top quarterbacks in the draft, but I think it surprised them to see that play, elevated the whole entire team from where they were.
Hey, you're nothing without a quarterback, and when you got one, it makes all the difference in the world.
I think honestly, their organization, I think they're just guessing what they're thinking about, what their timeline possibly was when they drafted Stroud. They're probably like, I think we'll be good in about a year or two. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, bam! He did his thing. So.
Well, so a good quarterback takes the talent that you have and makes it better. They had plenty of speed, and you think about other guys that got off and were making plays. And Meacham wasn't one of them. Bobby Trees wasn't one of them. You had Tank Dell, Nico Collins, tight ends, Dawson Knox. You had a lot of guys that you didn't expect to get a lot from who stepped up in a major way. And if they can continue to build on that, what they need to do is add another running back and add some more offensive line, because at this point, what you need to do is make sure that you keep CJ Stroud on his feet and unperturbed.
Yeah. I know for sure me and Gertie have been talking about the Texans for about the past couple of years, that they was kind of a sleeping giant. Not saying that they've already made it, but you started kind of seeing the makings of something that they had brewing out there in Houston.
Right. And they're to their credit, they're giving D'Amico everything that he needs to be successful.
Which is something that a lot of organizations don't do. I don't get that math where you bring in a young, especially a minority coach. It seems like they want to tell a minority coach to build a whole house, with brick and have no straw. It just
no plumbing.
Yeah. Because I think that's the same thing they did over there with with Flores in Miami. I think they kind of played him organizational wise too.
I don't know about that one. I think that he was such a defensive coach that he didn't know what he had when he had it. Because Brian Flores hated Tua and was trying everything he possibly could to get rid of Tua. And you've seen that was a mistake. and the reason why that was a mistake was simply because he didn't know what to do with him, how to use him properly, how to put him in a system that didn't have him sitting back there and taking those shots that he was taking because he expected Tua to be everything on offense because that's not his side of the ball.
I think that might be the downfall of a defensive coach, right?
Not just the defensive coach, because a lot of guys are married to their scheme, and so they'll tell you that a player is good simply because the player doesn't fit the scheme and they don't know how to coach his abilities, or they don't want to adapt their scheme to the talent on the fly. So in the case of Miami, for Flores, who appears to have never been an offensive coach in his life, he had no knowledge of what to do with the offense, so he was limited in his ability to assess what he had.
Yeah. I know you guys probably already talked
that movie, and they spiked his cake. It's not going to be long now. Before we start going so hard to say goodbye to Phil Jones.
Are we doing a QB battle this year in the preseason, or do they have a pretty good idea of who's going in and who's going?
Bro, they're gonna be doing a QB battle in the preseason.
They just threw the bride into the cake.
I fully.
Still here.
I'm glad that you're here with us in spirit, Jones.
I gotta find a way to sober up.
You should probably eat something.
I love y'all.
Find some Gatorade.
Find a kid. Love you, motherfuckers.
Let a big head.
All right.
Hey, you my boy.
And get a ride home. We don't need to be driving. He said, I see a finger. His eyes is open. Just barely.
Damn, everybody cut it early.
What's Jones's 20?
Somewhere out in the fields of Maryland, Virginia.
Got it.
Said beyond our reach.
At least somebody know where the region is, if you know.
Uber is a wonderful thing. You should utilize it.
One thing I'll say about the Raiders' schedule this year that I noticed is we're paying I think every game outside of 2 games, maybe 3 games, is maybe 4 games. I forget. I'll just say majority of the schedule, every team we play has a drafted first round quarterback. Almost all of them. It's crazy. It's a long time we didn't catch the memo. We don't need to talk about that. I just thought I'd throw it out there. But damn near our whole schedule is a first rookie quarterback.
It is what it is.
Very true.
Said because it don't matter. We got 10 games to win this year in order to make it to the playoffs. Doesn't matter if we play the Chiefs 10 times, we play all playoff teams, or we play nothing but bones. We got to win 10 games. It means Gardner and Aiden got to win 5 apiece at minimum.
How do you think the tight end thing's going to play out?
It'll play out as well as the quarterback can get the ball to them. I feel like the offensive line is going to be better this year than it was last year. And so I feel as though that if they have a quick hitting passing attack, that the tight ends are not a 12, 13 personnel into the hands of these particular quarterbacks that they have, because either one of those guys truly excel at throwing the ball to pass receivers, and not to mention we don't have any except for Trey.
I mean, Michael started coming into his own a little bit, and then Bowers. I mean, I probably just assumed that Bowers is. I don't know. I really got to look more into it. I feel like he might take. He might take a lot of the production away from Jacoby, maybe.
You think that Bowers is going to take production from Jacoby?
I think so. I think he's going to be outside of Devontae. He's going to be the number one target.
So Devontae's going to be the number one target, obviously, but Jacoby is going to be their guy. They've been talking up already and saying that he's been looking much improved.
Yeah, I just think Bowers is really that good. I mean, I know a lot of people are not happy with the pick because they thought we should have went corner or somewhere else defensively. But I just think Bowers is really that good. I think he's going to make an impact right away.
It can be a possibility. And what I say is going to go a little different from where you're going. I think he's the fourth option in regards to pass receivers. I think it goes Devontae. I think it goes Jacoby Myers. And I think to be honest with you, in the tight end room, I think Michael Mayer is that number one. You know what I'm saying, at tight end. I think as with Brock Bowers, yes, there is a lot of good things to look at, in regards to college. But I think, he's going to have to learn, the NFL. And that might take a little time. And he might eventually move up the pecking order. But I don't think, coming out the gate, I don't think he's going to, I think he comes in in the fourth as the fourth option if you're running the 12 personnel.
Yeah, but like my question to you, I guess, is outside of the first year experience in the pros, like what does Michael Mayer do better than Brock? Because I think the reason Michael struggled so much early on is because he was so fucking slow.
They're two. To me, they're two different. They're two different styles of tight end, but I think the edge goes to Michael Mayer in blocking. And it's one of those situations where Brock Bowers, he also can block, but we haven't seen yet how well can he block on the NFL level. We see Michael Mayer in his rookie year get baptized by Max Crosby because he couldn't make the adjustment, and I think he's taken that step. So that's kind of why I kind of give him a little more of an edge, being that number one. But it's a close race if you want to call it. For me,
for me, it's just I feel like Bowers could just do more than Michael Mayer. Like, not in every package does Bowers have to play tight end. Like, I feel like he could play slot. He could come out like, not saying a running back, but like he could play in the backfield and play a part in that role. Like, I just think there's so much more versatility from a guy like Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Bowers is really going to be that guy for the Raiders. Maybe by year one out the gate, but Who knows? I mean, I just felt like he's gonna be one of our favorite players here in the next couple of years.
Yeah. No, and I like, and I don't disagree with you. I think there is a lot of versatility in regards to Brock Bowers, but I think it's going to take him a little bit to really establish himself. You know what I'm saying, in the NFL, because it is a different game. You know what I'm saying, but there is some things. There's definitely some things that I like about Brock Bowers, and I think a lot of things that I like about Brock Bowers is a lot of things that everybody else is liking about Brock Bowers. But and who knows? Maybe next year, the competition gets thicker, even at tight end. Even though we already got our guys at tight end, Brock Bowers might turn into that number one. But coming out the gate, I think Michael Mayer is trying to grab that that role by the horns. He's even said it in press conferences where you know, he looked at looked at the tight end room and said, "There's not really a leader here." You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and take that role and be that be that leader. So we'll see how it all pans out. But I think coming out the gate, I think Michael Mayer has the bid.
I think it also depends on the quarterback play as well, because for me, like, I don't know, I guess they are different types of tight ends, but like in college, I thought Bowers was better than Laporta and Kincaid, and I didn't really think it was relatively close. But I mean, they do play the game quite a bit differently, but both those guys came out the gate and did well. But the difference between those guys and these guys is have quarterbacks that are better than what we have. But who knows? Maybe Gardner gets better out of these guys. I'm not really sure how that's going to play out.
Well, if I may jump in here and talk about these tight ends for a second, I've listened to everything that the two of you have had to say, and you're both right. And how that's going to shake down with you both being right is that you have two completely different player types at the same position. They don't do what the other one does. Can Brock Bowers block a little bit? I'm sure he can. Can Michael Mayer go out and run routes and catch the football? Yes, he can. But can he do that as well as Brock? No. Can Brock block as well as Michael Mayer can? Probably not. But because we're running a lot of 12 personnel, we're rumored to run a lot of 12 personnel because we have yet to see what the actual playbook looks like. We're only speculating at this point in time. But you're never going to ask them to do the same things. So they're going to have different responsibilities and they're going to be schemed in different ways. And I do believe that Brock is going to have to get used to the speed of the game. But I also know that he played in the SEC and that he saw the premium talent coming up from college. And so it will be a smaller adjustment for him than it was for Michael Mayer at Notre Dame, who only played maybe a couple teams throughout his entire collegiate career.
Yeah, I feel like I'm at I feel like I'm at a deli, and we're really slicing this meat real thin in regards to who's the number one tight end, who's not, because both of those guys are talented in their own right. But I think what even makes the playing field even closer, if you wanted to indicate a battle, is they both are learning a new playbook. You know what I'm saying? So there goes a whole nother who gets the playbook quicker, who gets what I'm saying, who can get that down. And I think Coach AP said that in his closing, what I'm saying, in regards to what he was expecting his players to get. He's like, hey, you better come in knowing, what I'm saying, knowing the playbook, because we gonna be running. And it's gonna be up to these guys, how well they get the playbook and are able to run it out. And I think that also may come into play on who gets the more usage, in regards to play.
It could. That knowing the playbook always has an impact on what it is that they do. But I would argue that with the line being what it is, and with the offensive weapon quarterback, you're going to see them on the field at the same time a lot. I don't really think it's going to be a one or the other, if you will, unless it's a long distance, a third and long, or an obvious passing down, which is a long situation where you need a guy with some speed, or potentially the red zone. No, even in the red zone, you probably see both of them. But because that's just the way that this offense is set up, there's not a whole lot of speed on here. So in the absence of speed, you got to maximize size, and they're the two biggest receivers on the or ball pass catchers on this roster. Now, Nubian says she has somewhat of a long question, so hear me out. Our coach didn't pick AOC, but he did pick number 15. But coach is staying with AOC so he don't stunt his growth or cause of loyalty. Actually, Antonio Pierce did pick AOC. That was his first move on the job, was to bench Jimmy, to bench Brian Hoyer and go with the rookie. Now, did they pick up Gardner Minshew as well? Yes, they needed a backup quarterback because they didn't have one. He's been behind Aiden this whole time. Could it be loyalty? Yes. Could it be so he doesn't stunt his growth? Yes. It could be that he truly in his heart believes that that's the guy. He believes that with the rushing attack and the offensive line being beefed up and playing defense as well as they do, that they don't need a quarterback to light up the scoreboard. They're shooting to win games 24-21 or 24 to however many it is, because they only think they need maybe 1 to 2 to 3 touchdowns and a field goal to get it done.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah, he did. I gotta admit, he did pick AOC. That's true. I mean, yeah, I feel like his job. I love Antonio Pierce, by the way, so don't take this in a negative way, but I kind of feel like his job. He almost put his job on the line to this kid, because we don't, or Gardner, one of them, because we don't win 10 games this year and we miss the playoffs. I feel like we're sort of in the same position we've been in.
Now, Phil. Oh, no, I to ask you guys, do you really think that was an AP call, or do you think that was a Telesco call? Because if you really look at free agency, the big fish at quarterback was Cousins, but then after that, what really was out there? You know what I'm saying? And I think bringing in Minshew, that was just kind of an insurance, an insurance policy. So do you think that was an AP call, like bringing in Minshew, or you think that was just Telesco saying, hey, we need some insurance, if we can't, and obviously, they wanted to get a quarterback, but the way that things fell in the draft, they weren't able to pull that trigger. So,
we're saying AOC, Juan. We're saying AOC was his choice last year. He picked AOC last year to be his guy.
He didn't.
But back to what Nubian was talking about. She said that he didn't select AOC, but he picked Minshew because he was the head honcho at that point. So that's why I said, was that really an AP call, or was that a Telesco call saying, hey, we need some insurance here at quarterback if we're not able to pull the trigger on our guy in the draft?
So here's an interesting, I'll spin it this way as we get ready to convince ourselves that AOC is not the guy and that he knows more. Aiden O'Connell is who got Antonio Pierce this job.
True.
When he came in, he made the decision to ride with Aiden O'Connell for better or worse. And while it wasn't great, it wasn't elite, it wasn't C.J. Stroud down in Houston, he outperformed every other rookie quarterback that was drafted this year, including Bryce Young.
Yeah, but I'd also make the argument that the defense got him the job, because I think when he took over, the defense was ranked about 16th, and I think we finished 7th or 6th. which
Number one while
that's
he was
not
there.
taken away from Patrick Graham at all. But I'm just saying, I think the defense they were able to do, because I mean, Aiden O'Connell did outplay Bryce Young at a lot of points last year. But what I'm getting at is that, you know, there were certain times where, you know, like the Minnesota game, for instance, like we fucking lost that game 3-0. That's like so fucking inexcusable. That was just a joke. Like that game right there, our defense did everything possible to get us to win the game. We couldn't even fucking score. Not even a field goal. I mean, even in the KC game, like what do you have total for the game? Like 60 yards or one half he had 60 yards. I mean, our defense had what, two scores that game, something like that. I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of I think that was really a team effort, but that's my opinion. I don't know.
You would said, Nick, you'd be correct on the team effort, but then you magically managed to omit the game against the Chargers where they put up 63. It's a package deal. You can't cherry pick. It all comes together.
Yeah, but then
it all came together.
I hate to be this guy, because not to say I didn't enjoy every second of that ass whooping, but it's almost to me like the Chargers did that on purpose, so they had a reason to boot Staley and Telesco's ass the fuck out of town, and they had Easton Stick in. So like, yeah, just to me it was like, yeah, we beat their ass, but I feel like they blew the game. Like,
and a lot of people feel that way. You're entitled to feel how you feel, but you know that nobody ever goes out and says, you know what, I want to prove the points. I'm going to let this team put up 63 on us and be well on their way to 7. We were actually going to let them put more points on us than Miami put up.
Yeah, you know what, I think with the Minnesota game, I think that was the real dud of the situation. If you want to, you know, nitpick on the offensive play, I think that was the real dud. I don't count that. I don't count that, you know, Chiefs game, and I know some people do want to count that Chiefs game. I think that was more strategy than anything. I think playing time possession against Patrick Mahomes when we were up on them was the best move. You do not want to, you know what I'm saying? I got a gun and I can shoot it, but when you're going against Patrick Mahomes is out there shooting with 2 guns. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem. So I think, you know, I think the strategy really was to run the ball and play that time possession. So the ball was not in Patrick Mahomes' hand as much as it would be if it was a gunfight. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I kind of see that chart. I mean, not that Charger game, but that Chief game, you know, playing out.
I would be inclined to agree with you on that, except for the fact that it was just poorly executed in the passing game. There were some physical limitations to the wide receivers versus the Chiefs DBs. The Chiefs DBs are like twice as fast as our receivers. I believe Trent McDuffie was able to run down Zamir White from behind on a breakaway, preventing him from reaching the end zone. And so there's a lack of speed that is a real genuine issue that they're going to have to navigate this season. And that's just calling a spade a spade. But
another thing,
I'd also push it further just a little bit more and say that under Aiden O'Connell, they should have made the playoffs, and they probably would have if we hadn't got fucked on Jack Jones's field goal block against the Colts.
Yeah,
that got us 10 wins.
Well, I think the thing about the Raiders offense, like even coming into this year, is like, you know, obviously everybody has their questions about the quarterback position, but if you want to break it down and take a different approach to how you view the offense too, is like, I think Zamir White's game. I think he's came a long way. I mean, when he took over for Josh last year, he fucking did amazing things. I love the fact that he's getting an opportunity to be the running back one. And, you know, even though they moved on from Jacobs and stuff, you know, love Josh Jacobs, but I think Zamir White, it is his time and I think he deserves it. But I think there is questions. It's okay to have questions about the running back position too, because in the same sense, we haven't seen Zamir White play in 17 games, getting 15 to 20 carries a game. So, and there's other running backs there that are going to help him take off the load. Lobby, we have what's his name? I always forget his name. Madison, and then what's 22?
Amir Abdullah.
Amir Abdullah. So I mean, there's guys that can obviously help out in that room, but I don't think it's unless Zamir does what he did in the Chiefs game. I'm not saying every game, but if he does that, 13 out of the 17 games in the year and is 1,000-yard rusher, I think losing Josh Jacobs is always going to hurt an offense. I mean, it's okay to say, the money was too much, but it's also okay to say, he damn near carried the fucking offense for his 4 years he was here. So, I mean, I think that there's questions there too as well for this team, but the offensive line got better, so that's something to praise about. I'm excited to see Trey Tucker this year. Obviously, adding Brock Bowers is a fucking huge get for this offense in the passing attack. So where we lost, we gained in a lot of places too. So I'm still excited for the season. Obviously quarterback is my main concern. It's everybody's main concern, but this is what we got. I think the defense got a hell of a lot better with Christian Wilkins and some of the pieces we were able to add in the draft as well. So that's, something to be excited about too. So just like every season, going into every season, bro, I'm a believer and I'm excited, bro. But, we'll see what the fuck happens.
Tell them not.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel you on that.
But I'm ready for football to start.
Those
Go ahead, Quan.
No, I was gonna say those feelings are legit. You know what I'm saying? And they're legit for good reasons. A lot of overall, the reasons why we have question marks for all the guys, and the rooms that we're talking about is simply because those rooms are young. And what I'm saying, when have we, how long has it been since we could say, overall that our roster has been young? You know what I'm saying? As an overall roster. So, it's still a wait and see, and it's something definitely to be optimistic about, I think.
It's a young roster is best with a good coaching staff. When you don't have a good coaching staff, you need veterans who know what to do so that it can make it easier on the coaches. And that's what I'll bet you that's what you saw with Josh Daniels, guys who couldn't develop the younger talent, and so we're based on their scheme and who they could get that knew how to run it and had experience with it. Because when the guys didn't have experience with it, they couldn't get it right and couldn't operate it.
Yeah, I think another thing too, I want to say, like, offensively too, is like I still have questions even myself about, I know some people argue it, but I still have questions about the whole Luke Getsy thing and how that's going to pan out. But I think he's obviously coming here with a lot more offensive talent than he had over there, minus maybe, or when I say maybe, like legit maybe the quarterback position. But like I got to see what he's going to do offensively and what his plan is too, and how we're going to do under him and stuff like that. But these are all questions that I have, and these are all questions I'm gonna find the fuck out. So, I mean,
no, for sure. And one of the things not to overlook is that as we wonder what's going on with Luke Getsy, when Luke Getsy was working underneath Edgar Bennett at Green Bay, that's when they were putting up numbers. And now it'll be Getsy's turn to have the big job, and Edgar Bennett will be assisting him. But I think that when you put them in the room together and they're doing whatever it is that coaches do when they're coming up with the game plan together, they're going to get it right.
Let's talk about Mr. Bennett for a second. Is it about time for him to damn near get a coaching job, like a not a head coaching job, but like a OC?
I believe
Maybe like an assistant OC.
he was the coordinator at Green Bay when.
Oh, he was.
Yes, he was, because Getsy was a QB coach.
And what led to him having to? Because I forget, man. So much shit happens. But what happened? What happened with that? They got rid of him. Coaching change.
Coaching change, I believe.
Yeah, because he was with McCarthy, correct?
They brought in LaFleur. Yeah, then they brought in LaFleur, and he started doing his own thing.
So let me ask you this then. Why do you think he wasn't a candidate for us? Because to be honest with you, Edgar's done some pretty damn good things for the Raiders, in my opinion.
A myriad of reasons. The owner was in love with John Gruden. There's a bunch of the usual yearly cycle battle of qualified black coaches that never get opportunities.
That part.
That's pretty much all I got for that.
I'm not even trying to be an asshole by saying this, but like I'd have probably been happier if we got him over Getsy at the time of the Getsy hiring. Now, obviously, that's neither here nor there. I'm looking forward to the season. He's the offensive coordinator. Ain't shit we could do, but I wouldn't have minded it because it's like he's done great things with in my opinion, with the receiving core. I mean, over the years. So I mean, I don't know.
They haven't given him much to work with.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, they haven't given him much to work with past the number one or two guys.
I've always been a fan of Edgar Bennett, so I always root for that guy to do big things. I mean, but this is the year to make the playoffs, though, because I guarantee you, if we have another top 10 defense, we're going to be looking for a new defensive coordinator as well.
Yeah,
and that is my biggest worry at this point in juncture of the Raiders. I think there's, and I was going to be working on the live about this tomorrow, but I'm going to drop a little bit tonight. That's one of my biggest worries is Patrick Graham and him leaving, because after he leaves, who's that protege? Who's the guy, behind him that's been studying this system that can, hey, let's just say I'm the DC and Phil is my protege, even though I know that's probably would be the opposite in real life. But let's use that as an example. Like, I move on. Hey, Phil, you now you the DC, and we can still run this system that seems to work well with the guys that we have. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why we're top 10 is because of this system. And my fear is that we're gonna have to go to a whole different system because there's no protege behind that too.
I feel like
stress that. So the system is a multiple system, so it's not exclusively one particular system. You have Rob Ryan, who's been here forever, who knows defense, who actually is probably more of your blitz and aggressive defense coordinator. You have Marvin Lewis. I mean, need I say more? He's not going anywhere. So you have any number of guys who, if they don't slide in and take over the position, can lend their expertise and what they have to offer to a guy like Gerald Alexander or a guy like Mike Caldwell. Gerald Alexander was interviewed to be the defensive coordinator for the Niners. And if they're good, and if he's was good enough to get an interview for their position, he's good enough to be our defensive coordinator if Patrick Graham leaves.
That's what I was just about to say too. Is like there's a lot of hype around those two DB coaches that we hired from the Jets and Pittsburgh.
With good reason. They're good.
So I honestly wouldn't put it past it to maybe be one of those guys, to be honest with you. Probably Gerald Alexander. Yeah. If I had to guess. I mean, I was going to say Marvin Lewis, but now that I think about it, Marvin would probably want to just stay in his role and probably hand that off to somebody like Gerald Alexander, in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure as the assistant head coach, Marvin's going to be having his hand in anything anyway. So,
yeah.
So
like I said, that was my fear. Is where we're trending this way in a very good way in regards to our defense, and I just don't want to lose that that momentum. So that's why I'm like, man, if Patrick Graham goes, what's next? And I don't want to have to, a guy come in, oh, he's the defense coordinator, and he's like, oh, this is my new philosophy. Like, no, what we got cooking right now, and we're just cracking the surface of this defense. I think year to year, I think when you have a system set year to year, the team just only gets better. And we're barely, like I said, we're barely cracking the surface on that because Patrick Graham's only been here, he's going on his third year. So that, I just want that momentum to continue to come.
I'll say this to one. I think too, like a lot of people overlook this, not saying you're overlooking this, but like, I think that the talent on this defense is better than people think too, because, and that's also a credit to a guy like Patrick Graham, but like there's so many people that have hands in the defense. Obviously he's the main guy, but I think when it comes to certain packages, certain things, what Phil was saying, like we have guys that help out, like Rob Ryan. Just I feel like we have tons of guys that help out the defense, but I think like the talent, like, because there's been like, even with Paul Amau, like they've been talking about him all camp, and even though he hasn't done like a ton of shit on the field yet, I mean, when he's played, he's done all right, but like they have a lot of high expectations for him. Like they think like he's going to be one of those players that probably hits his development this year or within the next 2 years. Like they have a lot of high hopes for him. Like, and I'll tell you right now, we drafted 4 DBs. At least one of those motherfuckers got to be good, because if we missed on 4 DBs, we got some fucking problems. But like one of those guys has to at least be decent. And
I think with the safety situation, I think the reason why we haven't seen too much of Powell now is just because the safeties ahead of him are doing their job. You know what I'm saying? Epps is doing, quietly doing a good job, and Merrick has seemed like he's got a grasp of this defense and has grabbed it by the horns. And what can you do when you got those 2 guys ahead of you? You know what I'm saying? You just got to wait for your turn, your number to be called. And when his number has been called, he has, Powell Mount has definitely stepped up to that.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Like, I think it was like week 3 we played Buffalo, right? And then it was like 10 weeks that safety duo went without, or maybe honestly the rest of the season. It was close to the end of the season, I believe, but they went like almost the rest of the season without even allowing a touchdown given up. I remember that was like a big thing. That was all over. There was hella articles written about how great that safety duo played. And then another thing that people are just fucking forgetting, bro. Like, since Max Crosby's been a Raider, I don't know if we've had anything. No. It's not if. We haven't had anything close to a guy like Christian Wilkins in the middle of the fucking defensive line that's going to step up like that. Like, there was a lot of hype around Chandler Jones on the other side of the edge, but Chandler Jones was already, 30-something years old when we got him? I mean, Christian Wilkins is 28. I mean, 28. I mean, he's still young and has a good amount of years left, and he's a really good player, bro. Like, I think that's going to make like a really big difference in this defense, bro, with pressure, stopping the run, just everything, bro. Like, and it's going to open up more opportunities for Max Crosby, because if you don't double team him, Christian Wilkins is probably not getting double teamed. And then you still have people, people gave up on Tyree Wilson so easy, but he's coming into the season as far as I know, healthy, so I'm waiting to see how good he did. And then another player that nobody fucking wants to talk about, I feel like, is that came on great last year was Kuntz. So it's like, this defensive line is something nasty, bro. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Personally, I feel like the best D tackle that we've had since Max Crosby has been here was Quentin Jefferson, and
you could talk about Adam Butler. I think Adam Butler did a great job for us last year, but I think Quentin Jefferson, if you were looking for someone interior wise, that probably was our best defensive tackle. And let's be realistic, Quentin Jefferson is a role guy. Huh?
I'd say Jenkins.
I was gonna say it, but I think people forget how violent he too.
Said John Jenkins did a lot, and when you want to look at primarily pass plays and how he rushed the quarterback and collapsed the pocket, yes, you would say that Quentin Jefferson was better there. But in terms of being stout against the run and stopping, commanding the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, nobody was better than Jenkins.
Yeah.
Hence the reason why it seemed like there was only two defensive tackles that we decided to bring back, and that was Adam Butler and John Jenkins.
And that's the crazy shit. Those two were our starters last year. Now we just added Christian Wilkins to those two, and we still got those two. So the defensive line rotations, bro. I'm excited, bro, for the defense, bro. I really am, bro. I don't think we could. There's no possible way we could have a shitty defense, bro. This defense is going to be the rock of the team, bro. If we could score points, we're going to be a playoff team. But if we can score points, I really think the defense is really that good.
So you want to hear something funny? Said every time the Raiders have been to the playoffs in the last 25 years, it's been with a defensive coach. Said this defensive coaching staff is probably one of the best defensive coaching staffs in the league. Not just that we've ever had in the league. From the bottom of it to the top, and every facet, every position group, along with the coordinator, the assistant head coach, and the head coach himself. It is a wonderful defensive coaching staff. And whenever the Raiders have had defensive coaches, they've been to the playoffs. Del Rio, Dennis Allen, Madden. Said now it's AP's turn. Every time, with the exception of Gruden, every time they've gone to the playoffs, it has been with Gruden. Everybody else has been miserable.
No, I agree. Like I was just telling my dad this today. Actually, we were talking some of the Raider shit, and I was just like, man, like imagine bro, this defense that we have right now. Imagine 2 years ago if the Raiders would have sent. I mean, obviously we wouldn't have Brock Bowers and Jackson Powers-Johnson probably with the package we'd have had to send. But just imagine this defense and this offense, how much like this team would be a Super Bowl contender right now if they sent the house for Stroud. And I know that's neither here nor there, but just like looking back at that 2 years ago, bro, if we had CJ Stroud right now on this team, this team's going to a Super Bowl within the next 4 years, guaranteed, in my opinion. Like, that's like the biggest missing link to all of this, bro, because a top 6 defense, a franchise quarterback with Devontae Adams and the rest of the talent on the offensive side of the ball, there's no way, bro. There's no fucking way. And that's where I'm like, if we miss the playoffs this year, this regime has to know what the fuck the problem is. There's no fucking way, especially if our defense ranks inside that top 10. They have to know what the fuck the problem is at this point, because nothing else has fixed the problem. So, like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, if they don't see it after ranking top 10 this year, and if we were to miss the playoffs, they have to fucking see it. Finally, they have to. It's common sense.
I would say as a visual, like a dam, the dam that has a whole bunch of cracks, you know what I'm saying? You don't know which one is which one. I think we've patched up in the proper way. I think we patched up a couple of those holes. So it should be a closer indication of what it is. It may not even, and I'll throw this out here. It may not even be at quarterback. That might be the, where it's leaking out as to why we don't make the playoffs. But I think we'll have a closer look, closer scale of where the water's leaking as to why we didn't, get to the postseason.
Well, last thing I want to say about this too is just to even put it in more perspective. Let's say Jackson Powers Johnson is a superstar at his position, right? And then you have Colton Miller, who does what he does most years. Last year was a little bit of a down year for him, a little bit, but Colton. And then you have, Andre James, who's, your mediocre center. But let's say Delmar Glaze ends up being somebody that's really, really good at offensive tackle and is one of our great picks that we picked up. And then that fills that offensive tackle need that everyone's talking about. I mean, and Zamir White, let's say Zamir White does what he was doing last year, right? Hypothetically. The only thing that we'd be missing that would be keeping us from the playoffs offensively would either be the quarterback position or speed at the receiver position, or both. And especially if our defense ranks top 10. So I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. If these players end up being good and end up filling these positions for the future of this team, they have to fucking see what the problem is. It's got to be one of two things.
Well, the flip side to that is that your salvation is Dak.
Right?
Yeah, I know. I called you and told you about that too. I said, I was telling Robinson this when they said that Dak may be an option for some teams after the season or whatever. I called Phil right when I got the notification. I said, brother, I know you're going to hate me for saying this, but tell me that's not the most Raider shit you've ever seen in your life. It just screams Raiders all over it, bro, to go get Dak.
I know some people that are going to hate it, but I'm with Dak. I'm not saying that's the number one option for us, but I'm with Dak Prescott, especially if it's just us spending money, because financially we're in a good place in regards to, that if we decide to fill out our roster going through the draft, we don't have to spend too much. We need to retain some guys, of course. You know what I'm saying? There's some guys that have some contracts coming up, but if we really wanted to get that quarterback, I think Dak would be that option.
We'd make the playoffs with Dak. We'd probably be a first round exit too, but we'd make the playoffs, most likely. We'd most likely make the playoffs with Dak Prescott. We'd probably get bounced in the first round, but I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm not a fan. I'm not the biggest fan of Dak. One thing Dak's done that our quarterback room has not done is throw for 40 fucking touchdowns.
I'm trying my hardest not to run both of you.
What did I say?
Dak is not the answer.
I don't think so either, but he has done what our quarterback room has never done, including with Derek, and that's
quarterback has never had the offensive pass protection that Dak has, and we sure didn't have the collection of talent that Dak has had to work with. It just hasn't happened. Bowers at 13 was something that I was not happy about. I'm not going to lie to you. There were Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, any number of premium corners, because at 13, they literally had the first pick in the draft for defense. There wasn't a single defensive player taken. They could have chosen the best defensive player on their board, and that's what they should have done. Linebacker, edge, tackle, corner, safety, didn't matter. None of them had been drafted. You were getting the best of the best.
Dallas Turner would have been something stupid in this defense, in my opinion.
Leotu Latu would have been another one. Quinyon Mitchell would have been the guy that I went with, but because the corners that they drafted are special teamers at best.
They actually did technically have an opportunity, I feel like, to make a deal happen too, because tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Rams really wanted to get their hands on Brock Bowers, because they actually tried to trade in front of us. We could have probably traded back to that Rams spot and got Quinyon Mitchell and gained picks if they really wanted to. But I think Bauer's talent was just too much for them to pass up on because they thought they saw it as like this guy was going to be a top 5 player talent-wise in the draft, and he fell to where they were at 13. So I feel like that's really what went into the move. But, I mean, trust me, I wanted a defensive player too at the point that the draft fell, or even the best offensive tackle. But, I mean,
I had been telling people just listening to the absurdity of football evaluations of people who said that Michael Penix Jr. wasn't a first rounder, was barely a second round player, and I was just completely befuddled. And to me, as you said, Cade, I felt that it was clear what the need was for all the talk about Jaden Daniels, for all the talk about Caleb. You had 6 quarterbacks to go up and get. I'm glad they didn't get Bo Nix, but you had 6 quarterbacks to go up and get, and you didn't get any of them. And
yeah,
to me, that's on your general manager being too much of a pussy to sack up and make it fucking happen.
Well, Tawana, I was telling Robinson this too. Like, I love the Raiders till I die, man. But leave it to those motherfuckers to find a way to go get the guy that you blew out 63-21 to get fired, to find his way in your front office leading the show.
To make it better.
At that point, I would have wanted Champ Kelly. Why the fuck did we not roll with Champ Kelly? That's the biggest issue. And it might go back to you guys saying what you were saying.
The quarterback situation.
What the fuck does it matter? We're in the same situation with this dumb motherfucker.
And that's precisely where I was going to go next, was that you were in the exact same situation because the guy who came in over-promising under-delivered.
At least with Champ, fuck Champ. I don't give a fuck if he was released and we got him on waivers or not. Champ brought Jack Jones. Gives a fuck. Like, Champ. That shit baffles me, bro.
Deep breath.
I don't get it, bro. Maybe it does go to what you guys are saying with the opportunities for black men or whatever, but that is just dumb. That's just ignorance, bro. Like, I really thought to myself, why would you fix what just wasn't broke? Everybody was riding for Champ Kelly and AP to get the fucking jobs, and you said, you know what, Champ? You sit right here, partner, in your assistant GM role. We're gonna go get the guy that we blew his ass out and got him fired.
We'll rectify that decision by the end of the year.
To answer Space Beast, because he asked me what I thought on Bowers. I think that was an eye raise, surprising situation for me. I thought, I was not expecting a tight end in the first round. But I do see where they saw the value of that pick, and they decided to go there. I think we're in a better place because of Brock Bowers, and I think we'll see the fruits of that in years to come. But that was not my initial thought. I was so ready for the pick that went right after us, in what the Saints picked, in that they picked Fuaga. I was on the boat of Fuaga at 13, so that's what I had.
Yeah, I mean,
there you have it.
It wouldn't have been a bad pick. I just, like Robin, it was tough to see every single defensive player on the board, and we didn't pick any of them. But when I look at Bowers as a talent, I'm like, it's hard to hate on it because he really is good, but it's just like we had the pick of like any possible defensive player we wanted. But I think like the reason they didn't go with Latu and they didn't go with Dallas Turner and some of those guys too is just because of the simple fact that this team hasn't really given up on Tyree, I think. So I think they're expecting Tyree to still be what they drafted him to be. So, and then you look at the corners, like they could have went corner, but I don't know. I really think what happened is that whole Penix and the way the quarterback situation fell down the board, it threw them in a loop like, oh, fuck, we need to figure something out and fast. I don't even know. I don't even think it's unfair to say I don't even know if the team really necessarily had a backup plan. I think
Nope.
once Penix got picked, they were like, oh, shit, let's get our board together. We're about to be on the clock. So,
and I think that's the same thing. As much as I wanted Fuaga, I think we could say the same thing at that. I think they believe very highly in Thayer Munford. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like him or not, I think they were higher on him. You know, as to why they didn't pull the trigger on Fuaga, because I think again, when you looked at, I think a lot of us were looking at, hey, we need a right tackle. And Fuaga was definitely a guy that you could plug in and get that production out of. So I think again, like you said, it might have been a panic mode, and they might even had a board of rankings, and they're like, this guy should have been, because I think that was one of the things Telesco said. It was like he should have been gone, you know, saying way before he came to us, and you know, we just had to pull the trigger on it. So
I think round 2 we got the steal of the draft, though. I will do
absolutely.
that. I think absolutely. In my opinion, I think he's the best offensive lineman in the draft. That's
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he's the best offensive lineman in the draft personally.
Absolutely. Now to answer this, Space Beast, 4 years, 17 million per 60 guaranteed. He's gonna have to hit 10 sacks for the year before you can do that. And if he hits 10 sacks for the year, the chances of him going to free agency and only seeing 17 aren't very likely. It's probably going to be closer to 20. So a $17 million deal is pretty much going to occur sometime mid-season. 60 guaranteed, probably not going to get there, like I said, unless you have 10 to 15 sacks. So he'll probably be somewhere around 40, 30 to 40.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean, he had 8 last year, so if he puts up 10 this year, it might be tough to pay a guy like that.
they'll have money for it.
It won't be tough to pay him. Obviously, well deserved, but it's gonna cost you for sure. I mean, if he puts up 10 plus.
No matter what, he ain't the one getting doubled.
No.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's a fact. But anyways, I'm gonna hop out of here, boys. I'm gonna go get some sleep, man. But it was nice talking to you guys, man, and let's do this again soon, man. We haven't done this shit in a while.
It's been no football.
Nope. But I do enjoy talking with you fellas.
Right on. Appreciate you, Kay.
Yes, sir. You guys have a good night, man.
Yeah, you do the same.
All right, brother.
Man, all right. About to wrap this up. You got any final thoughts you want to share with these good folk?
Man, just roll with it. I think this is definitely the downtime. So, people are going to put some things out there that definitely use your radar senses. I'll say it like that, because there's a lot of things out there. You got the Wi-Fi willies to whatever, throwing stuff against the wall. So definitely you want to, during this time, you want to lock in with some people that you can trust to get your Raider content. Raider Twan, you guys, thanks Phil for always being who you are. Raider Twan on YouTube, come on over to my channel. I will be hopefully I'll be dropping something tomorrow in the afternoon around 3, talking about this defense. So if you want to come on over and check that out, come on over. And then also I am on the march for 500 subscribers by week 1. If we reach that goal, a lucky subscriber will win a pair of black Air Forces. So come on over, hit that subscribe button. And hey, you might be that lucky one to get your game day shoes with Raider Twan.
Oh, you promise? I'm gonna unsubscribe and wait till you get to about 498.
Hey, all the subscribers that are already on that you're already on the lucky lottery list. I just need a couple of more to get to that 500. So that's the goal.
All right. How's the Yes Sir Outdoors doing?
Man, it's moving and grooving. It's getting the weather is getting very hot, so it's a little tougher when it gets to fishing. But we're out there, getting some catfish. Striper are still out in your areas. If you're in the Bay Area, Sacramento, waterways. So yeah, hey, get out there, go fishing, and definitely check out Yes Sir Outdoors Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Yes Sir Outdoors.
Now, you want to know what's the truth, the unfiltered truth about the Yes Sir Outdoors?
What is it?
That I still ain't been out there to go fishing with you, blood. What the fuck?
Man, hey, like
shit, bro. That's it. I can already hear the excuses. I don't want to hear none of it.
Like when the Lakers was waiting for AD to come to Los Angeles, it's on the way. It's on the way.
Said, all right, y'all. To the Unfilled, that's Twan. This is the Unfiltered Truth After Dark. I thank you for tuning in. For those who did make it, it's been a while since we got down. I miss y'all. I miss doing this. But I'm not gonna be one of those people who are just gonna be out here telling you guys anything. So when Twan talks about Raider content and be sure you know who you're getting it from, you can always know that I do what I do because you guys deserve better. So with that, we are out.
暁は集った。